Hello, in this video, I'll be showing how to create multiple folders with a list. We're going to look at 3 easy ways to do this. Suppose you're a small business owner with a list of clients that you wish to create folders for, or you work in a school and you were tasked with creating folders for each student. There are 2 ways you can achieve this. You can manually create the folders by copying and pasting the names of each student to a folder. This will take a long time. This is error-prone and monotonous. Or you could use some readily available tools to automate the task. The first method we can use to speed up this task is to copy the list to a Microsoft Excel file and generate Windows commands that will create the folders for us. To do that, open a blank Excel workbook, go to your list of students, copy them, and paste them in your Excel workbook. Now we need to generate a series of commands that will be saved in a batch file. A batch file is a simple Windows script that stores commands to be executed in sequence. It can easily be edited on Notepad or any other text editor. The command we'll be using to create these folders is the make directory command, a command line function that is used to create folders in Windows. We are going to use a simple Excel function called concat, which joins a list of text strings. Multiple text strings can be joined together to form a single text string. Then the first text I need to create is a make directory mkdir, and I'm going to enclose it in quotes, put a space and then close the quotes, then a comma, and then I'm going to put a double quotes by using 4 double quotes characters to enclose our name in double quotes. This is to ensure command line takes it all as one string. Then a comma, select my name, another comma, and then 4 double quotes, and then close the formula. I'll drag this and apply it to all the names. So let's copy this. Then we're going to open a new text file. We're going to paste our series of commands, and then we're going to save it as a bat file. As I said, the bat file will run this command in sequence. Save as, then give it a name, folders.bat. That's the extension for bat files, and then save. Now if we go back to our folder, we have our batch file here, and once we double click the batch file, it will run the series of commands we've just generated, and the folders are created, and your task is done. For the second way of achieving this task, let's streamline the process further. We can use the command prompt to achieve the folder creation with just a single line of script. By using a for loop, we can read the contents of our text file line by line and create a folder for each string. Let's open a new Notepad file and paste our command. This for loop goes through the student's text file and reads each line. The tokens option is used to make sure that each line is read completely, regardless of the space in between the words. It stores it in this G variable, and then the function that creates the folder is still the make directory command, which takes the name or text that has been read on that single line and creates a folder with that name. So we can save this file as a bat file, call it folders.bat in our directory, and save. Now we can just run this folders bat file and our folders will be created for us. In addition to creating the folders in this way, we can also create subfolders in each folder. Similar to the for loop used in reading text strings from our text file, we could also write a script to traverse our directory and read each folder and then create a subfolder within. For example, if we are required to group the files in each student's folder by year, we can create a subfolder for 2023, 2024, and so on in each student's folder. So let's edit our folders.bat file with these commands. In this case, we are specifying the folder path where we are creating the subfolders, and then we are using the option or flag to traverse the directory and read each directory instead of the strings in your file. We are going to make a subdirectory called 2023 in each directory that is found in this current working directory. So I'm going to save my folders.bat file, and if we go back to our students folder and double click the folders.bat file to run it again, it's going to create subfolders for each student. As we can see, this has been done. Each student's folder now has 2023 as a subfolder. The two approaches we've seen so far require some scripting and command line manipulation. For the final method of easily creating our folders, let's use a no-code graphical drag and drop application. One of the foremost business process automation tools is Microsoft's Power Automate. It's a platform that allows us to enhance productivity in our workplace by easily automating repetitive tasks. Luckily, for Windows 11 users, the desktop version of Power Automate is pre-installed. If you are using an earlier version of Windows or you have a Microsoft Office 365 subscription, you can also access the cloud-based version of Power Automate. We can access the desktop version of Power Automate by signing into our Microsoft account. We are going to automate our tasks by breaking it into 3 simple steps. First, we'll read the text file containing our list. Then we'll create a for each loop to iterate through each line in the text file. And after reading each line, we are going to create a folder with the text that we got as input from the text file. So let's create a new flow or new task and then give it a name, creating folders. Then click on create. This will launch our design console where we can add actions. The first action we are going to have, or we are going to add to our flow, is to read the file. The first step is to read from our file. We are going to select read text from a file, drag it and drop it. Power Automate is asking us for the path to this file. So we are going to browse and select our file containing our list, the file that contains our list, the student's file, and then open. The next option is store content as single text value, which is not what we want. We want it to store the content it reads as a list. And then the variable it's going to produce is file contents. We're going to leave this as default, which we're going to use later in our for loop, and then save. Now I'm going to do a for each loop. Which value to iterate? We're going to select file content. It's going to store each value from our text file in a current item variable. We're going to save this. Then what are we going to do with this current item variable? We're going to use it to create a folder. So we're going to select the create a folder action and put it inside our for loop. Now create new folder into, we're going to specify a path where it's going to create our folder, our students folder. What name should it give the new folder that it's creating? We're going to select our current item as the value of our new folder name and save. Now all we need to do is to run our flow and it will create the folders for us. And as you can see, it's running through each of the names and creating a folder. And if we go back to our folder, we can see Power Automate has created the folders for us. So there you have it. We've seen 3 ways of creating folders using Excel and the command line, and also Power Automate. And all the files that were used in this video will be shared in the description. So if you find this video helpful, please like, comment, subscribe, and also turn on notifications for the next videos. Thank you.